Hey, Patriots fans, let's talk about the kind of performance that really makes you sit up and take notice. After a tough loss to the Steelers, where turnovers almost cost them the game, the New England Patriots came back with an intensity that was impossible to ignore. From the opening whistle against the Panthers, the team looked like a completely different squad. Every phase of the game clicked. Offense, defense, and special teams all firing on all cylinders. The Patriots didn't just win, they dominated, and the way they did it has to give fans plenty of reasons for excitement going forward. The offense, for one, finally looked cohesive and fluid. Stephon Diggs stepped up in a way that had been anticipated for weeks. After a long stretch without a 100-yard receiving game, he finally broke through, proving he could be the focal point of this attack. It was the kind of breakout performance that can change the trajectory of a season. Meanwhile, Pop Douglas saw his role diminish significantly, signaling a shift in how the Patriots plan to distribute the ball. The team's strategy is clearly evolving, with Diggs taking over as the primary target and Drake May orchestrating the offense with remarkable precision. May's efficiency was off the charts. He didn't have to throw 40 or 50 passes to make an impact. With just 21 attempts, he completed 14 for over 200 yards and accounted for 3 total touchdowns. It was the perfect balance of taking what the defense gave him and putting his weapons in positions to succeed. Special teams also made a huge difference. Marcus Jones turned in a performance that might go down as one of the most electric in recent Patriots history. With a total of 167 punt return yards, including an 87-yard touchdown, he forced the Panthers into reactive mode from the very beginning. Watching him maneuver through traffic, evade tacklers, and maintain full control of the ball was a reminder of just how game-changing a single player on special teams can be. His aggressiveness and vision set the tone for the entire game and allowed the offensive unit to operate with more freedom. It was the kind of spark that every team dreams of having, and Jones delivered in spectacular fashion. On the defensive side, the return of Christian Gonzalez was a critical factor. Playing 70% of the defensive snaps after recovering from a hamstring injury, he immediately impacted the game by limiting the influence of T. McMillan. His presence allowed the Patriots to bring consistent pressure on Bryce Young, keeping the Panthers' quarterback uncomfortable and forcing multiple errant throws. Even though the defense registered just 1 sack in the game, the way they maintained relentless pressure and disrupted timing was key to shutting down the Panthers' passing attack. This is the kind of defensive performance that might not always show up in the stat sheet, but completely dictates the rhythm of the game. Of course, there were some areas that still need improvement, particularly in the running game. Rondre Stevenson started as the lead back and handled the majority of snaps from the backfield, but the team's overall rushing efficiency was only 38%, and they converted just 20% of first downs on the ground. The Patriots appear committed to a committee approach, spreading the workload between Stevenson, Trayvon Henderson, and Antonio Gibson. Henderson's involvement is gradual. The coaching staff seems intent on developing him as a reliable option in both rushing and pass protection, while Gibson contributes as both a runner and receiver out of the backfield. The system is still finding its balance, and it's clear that the team is managing risk while allowing younger players to grow into their roles. The way the Patriots approached this game against the Panthers also reflects their response to earlier setbacks. After turning the ball over 5 times against the Steelers, the ability to regroup and execute flawlessly shows a team that is not only talented, but mentally resilient. Every phase was synchronized, with the offense operating efficiently, the defense shutting down key threats, and special teams providing momentum at crucial moments. The level of preparation and focus was evident in the way they handled each possession, never letting the Panthers gain any sustained momentum. Drake May's management of the offense deserves particular attention. By keeping the passing game balanced and using motion, play action, and quick decisions, he allowed the Patriots to stretch the field without overexposing himself to pressure. The connection with Diggs was natural and effective, creating explosive plays while maintaining control of the clock. May's ability to stay poised, distribute the ball accurately, and make the right read at the right moment made the difference between a good performance and an exceptional one. He was able to execute without forcing plays and without putting undue pressure on himself or the team, which is exactly what you want from a quarterback leading an offense still finding its identity. Defensively, Gonzalez's return coupled with the consistent pressure on Bryce Young helped neutralize what could have been a dangerous matchup. The Patriots didn't allow the Panthers to establish a rhythm, and by containing their key playmakers, they effectively dictated the pace of the game. The defense's ability to react, adjust, and maintain discipline throughout was as impressive as any individual performance. Every time the Panthers tried to mount a drive, the Patriots' defense forced them to the sidelines, creating the short fields that fueled the offense. This kind of complete team effort is exactly what fans want to see, and it's a promising sign of what's possible when all units are firing together. Even though the victory was decisive, the upcoming matchup against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday night represents the true test. The Patriots now move from beating a team lower in the standings to facing one of the top-ranked teams in the league. The spotlight will be intense, the competition fierce, and the margin for error slim. This is the kind of environment that separates good teams from great ones, and it will reveal whether the Patriots' recent performance is sustainable against elite competition. Every adjustment, every scheme, and every execution detail will be tested under the bright lights, with Josh Allen and the Bills presenting a level of challenge that the Panthers simply did not. While fans can celebrate the progress, it's clear that the Patriots still have questions to answer, particularly in their running game and committee approach. They need to find consistency in rushing efficiency, ensure Henderson continues to develop, and make sure that every player involved knows their role in both offensive and defensive schemes. What worked against Carolina may not be sufficient against Buffalo, and the team will need to elevate every aspect of their game to compete at the highest level. This next matchup will be a true measuring stick, revealing how much of the Patriots' recent success was a result of execution versus the quality of the opponent. The combination of offense, defense, and special teams coming together shows the potential for something special in New England. Stephon Diggs emerging as the primary weapon, Marcus Jones providing game-changing plays, Drake May executing efficiently, and the defense holding strong creates a foundation that can be built upon. It's a snapshot of what the Patriots could become, a team that is versatile, disciplined, and capable of competing with the very best in the league. The challenge now is translating that potential into consistent performance, especially when facing teams that rank at the top in every category. In summary, the Patriots demonstrated resilience, skill, and strategic awareness in a game that could have gone very differently. They took control from the opening kickoff, maximized opportunities, and highlighted both emerging stars and proven contributors. The victory over the Panthers provides momentum, confidence, and tangible evidence that the team is moving in the right direction. However, with Buffalo looming on Sunday night, all eyes will be on how well they can sustain that level of play against elite competition. The performances of Diggs, May, and the defensive unit will be critical, as will the development of the running back rotation. It's an exciting time for Patriots fans, but the true test is just around the corner, and the team will need to prove that their dominance is not situational, but sustainable at the highest level. As the Patriots turn the page from the dominant outing against the Panthers to the looming Sunday night showdown in Buffalo, the narrative shifts from celebration to anticipation. This is the kind of matchup that forces a team to reveal its true identity. Winning against Carolina was essential for building confidence, but facing Josh Allen and the Bills under the bright lights is something entirely different. It is not just another regular season game. It is a chance to measure progress against one of the most physical and consistent contenders in the league. The Patriots will not be able to rely on mistakes from the opponent or sudden bursts of momentum. Every drive will demand precision, discipline, and an ability to adapt on the fly. Buffalo brings an offense that tests every level of a defense. Josh Allen has the arm strength to stretch the field vertically, but he also carries the ball like a running back, lowering his shoulder and fighting for extra yards. That dual-threat ability forces defensive coordinators to walk a fine line between containing him in the pocket and protecting against deep shots downfield. For New England, This means the defensive front must apply pressure while maintaining gap integrity, because once Allen escapes the pocket, everything changes. His ability to extend plays and connect with receivers on broken routes is what makes him so dangerous. The Patriots learned this the hard way in previous seasons, and the question now is whether the return of Christian Gonzalez and the cohesion of the current defensive unit can tilt that balance. The Bills' running game adds another wrinkle. James Cook has emerged as a consistent and reliable weapon, giving Buffalo an element of balance they lacked in years past. When a quarterback like Allen does not have to shoulder the full load of the offense, the entire system becomes that much harder to defend. The Patriots will have to account for Cook's explosiveness, especially on first downs, where Buffalo loves to establish tempo and open up play-action opportunities. This is where linebackers and safeties must play disciplined football. A single misstep can turn into a 15-yard gain and immediately change field position. On the offensive side, New England must continue building on the chemistry between Drake, May, and Stephon Diggs. The connection we saw blossom against the Panthers cannot be a one-week wonder. The Bills' secondary is physical, opportunistic, and thrives on creating turnovers. May will need to be sharp with his reads and precise with his timing, because Buffalo is a defense that punishes hesitation. What was encouraging last week was his efficiency, staying patient within the structure of the offense, and not trying to do too much. That same approach must carry over. Instead of forcing throws into tight windows, he has to lean on Diggs when the matchups allow and spread the ball to keep defenders honest. The running game, which remains the Patriots' biggest question mark, could be the deciding factor. Against Buffalo's defense, establishing at least a semblance of balance is non-negotiable. If New England becomes one-dimensional, the Bills' pass rush will tee off on May and make life miserable. Stevenson, Gibson, and Henderson must collectively produce enough to keep the chains moving, even if it is not flashy. The Patriots do not necessarily need a 100-yard rusher, but they cannot afford to be in third-and-long situations repeatedly. Henderson's development as a blocker could be pivotal because the Bills love to disguise blitzes and bring pressure from unexpected angles. A missed assignment could spell disaster in a game where every possession matters. Special teams, which provided the spark against the Panthers, will once again be critical. Marcus Jones turned that game on its head with his punt return touchdown, and while you cannot always rely on explosive plays like that, you can rely on field position. Against a team like Buffalo, flipping the field and forcing long drives is one of the few ways to slow them down. Coverage units must stay disciplined, avoid penalties, and ensure that Allen is not starting possessions near midfield. In a game of inches, hidden yardage can be the difference between victory and defeat. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around the league have begun to intensify, and it seems the New England Patriots might be on the verge of making a headline-grabbing move. Sources close to the organization hint that the team is eyeing a high-impact addition to their roster, none other than wide receiver T. Higgins. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the buzz suggests that the Patriots are preparing a significant offer, one that could reshape their offensive dynamics in a way fans haven't seen in years. Higgins, known for his crisp route running, reliable hands, and red zone presence, has been a cornerstone for his current team, consistently producing big plays and stretching defenses vertically. The mere suggestion of him joining the Patriots has already sparked heated discussions among analysts and fans alike. Imagine Higgins lining up opposite Jacoby Myers or Devontae Parker, creating a two-pronged aerial threat capable of giving any defense nightmares. The speculation alone is enough to send fantasy football owners scrambling. Industry insiders describe the potential move as strategically bold, with the Patriots signaling their intent to not just participate in the offseason shuffle, but dominate it. If true, the financial terms reportedly on the table reflect the team's willingness to invest heavily in a proven playmaker, signaling that New England is serious about reasserting itself as a top-tier offensive powerhouse. There's talk that Higgins' combination of size, speed, and experience could fill a void the Patriots have struggled to address for seasons, making him the centerpiece of a revamped passing attack. Of course, all of this remains speculative, and the Patriots have remained tight-lipped, letting the rumor mill run wild. But in an era where landing marquee talent can instantly redefine a franchise's trajectory, even a whisper of Higgins donning the silver and blue has fans and commentators buzzing. Could this be the move that finally propels New England back into championship conversations? If the murmurs hold any truth, the upcoming weeks may reveal one of the most talked-about acquisitions in recent memory. For now, all eyes remain on the Patriots front office, as the league collectively holds its breath, wondering if the team is about to pull the trigger on what could be a season-altering splash. T. Higgins to New England. Rumor or the next big reality? That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.